up, YouTube? Today we're talking about how not to be average in gym, life, relationships, school, work, becoming wealthy, becoming successful. Basically, what you can do to set yourself apart from the average person. So, being average, being like just good enough or not even, is something that we don't want to be. And if you want to be average, that's fine. Click off the video. But that's not what we're talking about. We want to be extraordinary. We want to better ourselves. We want to be the best version of ourselves possible for ourselves and for the other people that are in our life that will benefit from us bettering ourselves. So, I guess I should go over, why you don't want to be average, because if you're average, then nobody's gonna nobody's gonna think anything special of you. They're just gonna be like, oh, he's just Joe Schmo. He goes here for work, goes home, drinks a beer, doesn't work out, la 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 la. Yeah, I don't want to be that. And if you're watching this video, you probably don't want to be that either. So, we're always gonna use a example from the gym because that's my thing. Let's say you take the average gym goer, average gym customer, or average gym participant. The majority of the people that are walking through those doors at the gym are not putting in 110% effort. They're probably not even putting in 60 to 70% effort into their workout or into fitness or into their health. So the things that are going to set you apart is, you can outwork people all day long, but what is more effective than outworking people is to outdiscipline them. Because, you can go to the gym for 2 or 3 hours and completely destroy your workout, destroy your body. And, you definitely outworked someone on that day, but are you going to be able to do that tomorrow? Are you going to be able to do that the next day and the next day and the next day? You want that consistency where you're doing similar things every single day that are going to get you closer and closer to the goal that you want to reach at some point. So you have to be willing to do what the average person will not. The average person will not exercise daily, okay? And that doesn't mean going to the gym. And that doesn't even mean like doing the exercise that you would think of. It doesn't mean, running or lifting. Like, you can do yoga at home and that counts. You can walk around the block, walk your dog, play with your kids outside, throw the football, do stuff like that. Most people aren't going to do that. So if you want to be the best version of yourself possible, in terms of fitness and the gym and the way you look physically, in terms of your body, you're gonna have to do, what most people won't, which in this example, exercise daily. Next thing on our list, if you don't want to look average, you got to fix your diet. That is huge. And the average person in the United States especially is eating like garbage, dude. Like, eating straight trash. And I am included in this, okay? I literally had a bite of a donut this morning. Just a bite, but I still ate a part of a donut. And I feel terrible about it. But it was really good. But most people are eating, processed garbage, fast food, easy, empty calorie snacks, drinking a bunch of soda, drinking alcohol. That's not gonna cut it if you don't want to be average. Like, you can go to the gym multiple days a week and take your protein powder, take your creatine, but if your diet is trash, you are gonna look way worse than if you were to dial in that diet, dial in that nutrition. Sorry, I'm stuttering. And there's someone out there that is going to do that, and I don't see why that shouldn't be me. I don't see why that shouldn't be you. If anyone deserves the best version of themselves, it's gonna be ourselves. This is what we're doing it for us. Don't get caught up in the trap of, oh, I want to go to the gym to look better so I can get girls or guys, if that's what you're into. That is a trap, dude, because most girls, like, genuinely, in my experience, looks are not the deciding factor. And if they are, that might be a problem. It's mostly personality. It's your character. It's your drive. It's, you know, how in tune are you with yourself? How conscious of yourself you are? Are you able to process your own emotions? Are you able to think retrospective and analyze why you're doing a certain thing or what you're getting into? So yeah, don't fall into that trap. And another example would be, you know, school or work. And these things both suck. But maybe you are really trying to get good grades and you want to be, you know, the top of your class, but you're struggling. You're going to have to make a sacrifice where you're sacrificing time and energy in one aspect of your life or one area of your life, and you're redirecting that to another. So we'll use video games as an example because I play video games. If you spend 2 hours daily playing video games here and there, you know, throughout your night, that is 2 hours every day that you could be spending studying, you know, learning new things, just analyzing, you know, okay, what am I having trouble with in school or work? What am I good at? What do I need to go over and what do I not need to go over? And I've been out of school for a while, so work is kind of the example that I'm going to lean towards here. But, you know, most people don't want to work that overtime, okay? Most people don't want to put in those extra hours, especially if they're not getting paid enough or an adequate amount. Then they're not going to want to do that overtime. They're not going to want to do that extra work. But if you want to, you know, succeed or climb the corporate ladder, you're going to have to give yourself to the company, man. Like, honestly, in my experience, like, you just become a corporate drone, basically. But, like, that sucks. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not fun being a corporate drone. I've been there. It's very, wow, this lighting's terrible. Sorry. It's very dehumanizing. But if your goal is to climb that corporate ladder and to not be average at your job, you're going to have to go Patrick Bateman, man. Like, you don't have to go full American Psycho, but you're going to have to dial in a little bit. You're going to have to, you know, put passion into your work. You're going to have to spend a little bit extra time talking to customers. You might have to make 100 phone calls a day. You might have to cold call. You know, you might be competing with another salesman, or maybe a manager is on your, you know, case over whatever. But you basically just need to, like, lock in and tell yourself, there's no one that wants this more than I do, and I'm gonna do what it takes to get there. So don't allow yourself to be average. Be extraordinary in whatever you do. You don't have to be extraordinary at everything you do. You just have to be not average at a couple things. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm on the highway, so it's super loud right now. Hope you guys have a great day. Take care, and God bless. Peace.